The Joplin Health Department holding its first vaccine clinic on its own, but the spaces filled up quickly. I'm Chris Warner with what you need to know about how to register for the next clinic when vaccine becomes available.
The role heart health plays in the severity of COVID-19.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
February is American Heart Month, and this year it's happening amid a pandemic that's especially taking a toll on those with pre-existing heart conditions. According to Freeman Health System, research shows that those with heart conditions are more likely to develop severe COVID-19 symptoms and are more at risk of dying with the disease. As many as 28% of COVID-19 patients show evidence of myocardial injury. Most of those patients had pre-existing heart conditions. For those who survive, it's still a rough road ahead. Dr. Frank Kem from Freeman tells us if you develop severe heart issues following a COVID-19 infection, you should take it easy for as long as half a year.
If you had a full-blown myocarditis, which is an inflammation of your heart, which will increase your risk in the future of developing congestive heart failure, lethal arrhythmias, the recommendation at this time is to prevent exercises such as strenuous exercise for 3 to 6 months.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, while stroke is the 5th leading cause. The Joplin Health Department provides information on how residents can get registered for vaccines, COVID-19 vaccines. KOAM's Chris Warner spoke with the department and a local pharmacy about vaccine registration options.
The Joplin Health Department held a vaccine clinic Tuesday at MSSU, the first one held by the department itself. Health Department Director Ryan Talkins says people must register for the clinics.
So as a clinic comes open, they can register and schedule off of our website. If they are unable to register on the website, there is a phone-in option also.
Talkins says the vaccine registration is first come, first served.
The City of Joplin, we are not keeping any lists right now, so all registrations are occurring either off of the phone-in number or off of the online scheduling registration.
Kobe Prater, a pharmacist and owner of Prater's Pharmacy, says they do have a waiting list that patients can get on.
We currently have a wait list that we started about a month ago for all 3 of our stores, Webb City, Seneca, and Sarcoxy. It has about 900 people on it right now.
Prater says there's also an online option available as well.
That link's on our Facebook page. Because of the volume of phone calls that we've been getting, we wanted to make that easily accessible. If for some reason a patient doesn't have internet or Facebook, they can always call the pharmacy and we can put their name on the list.
Despite the wait list, they haven't seen any vaccine yet. Prater says that's because the state has been sending it to major health systems and specific areas, which is something he feels needs to change.
So we'd really like to see the state change their rollout plan and not send so much vaccine to just certain sites, but to spread it out geographically. There's thousands of independent pharmacies in the state that are signed up and ready to give vaccine, and we're just basically waiting because we haven't had any vaccine shipped to us.
In Joplin and Webb City, Chris Warner, KOAM News.
The Joplin Health Department has announced another vaccine clinic starting tomorrow. However, only 100 vaccines are available. We have links to the Joplin Health Department and Prater's Pharmacy registration sites, as well as additional vaccine resources for where you live on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. An Oklahoma nurse is in the spotlight after Governor Kevin Stitt talked about her in yesterday's State of the State address. That was yesterday. Last month, that nurse gave reporter Erika Rankin an inside look at the dire situation at SSM Health St. Anthony. She has that story.
I've witnessed their professionalism, their endurance, and their compassion on full display. Amy Pettit, the ICU nurse leader at St. Anthony's Hospital, was one of those heroes we met.
Back in early December, I had the opportunity to go with our chief medical officer and meet with him and the other hospital leaders across the state. I had a chance to tell him what it's like to work with these patients, what it's like to work a shift, and the struggles that our nurses, our doctors, our housekeepers, everyone experience.
Amy Pettit, a nurse of 10 years, spending the last 5 of those in the ICU at SSM Health St. Anthony.
I don't think people really knew what was really happening. I think they just saw what was going on, in New York or California, but they didn't realize that that stuff was actually happening here.
Hope sharing her firsthand experience on the front lines of this pandemic.
If they are able to tolerate, we turn them back on their back.
Opens the eyes of all Oklahomans.
Helping families have those moments of dying with dignity or, getting them to that point. And when you've taken the families out of it and having to do this over FaceTime or anything, it's a real heavy burden on our staff.
The State Department of Health says 3,564 people have died of COVID in Oklahoma. Pettit mourns every life lost.
If that was your family member, the statistics don't matter. That's a real person and that's your family there. So it still hurts.
She says the past 2 months have been the hardest, with the state's coronavirus deaths nearly doubling compared to the previous 9 months. She hopes Oklahomans continue to be vigilant to help fight the spread. Let's check back with Doug Hetty now for a look at the weather. Doug.
Hey, Dow. It actually turned out to be a pretty good day for us today. We did have the fog and the clouds during the morning hours. It was cold. It was 24, but we got to 50 during the afternoon, so that's pretty good news. And we still have pretty much clear skies for us outside right now, and I think that's what we're going to see as we go through the rest of the evening hours for us tonight. And then even on Wednesday looks pretty good. We do have a storm system which is brewing out to the west. We always do, it seems like, and eventually that will affect us by Thursday. But at least for the evening hours, we look okay. You can see those southerly winds starting to pick up. Most of us are sitting into the 40s. We'll drop back near freezing tonight, so not quite as cold as what we did see this morning. We do have several storm systems which are moving in over the next few days. We're going to look at that, plus Super Bowl forecast all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thanks, Doug. The 63-year-old victim of an alleged domestic assault in Joplin has died. Police say on January 18th, officers responded to a home on South Wall in Joplin for a report of an assault. They found the victim, 63-year-old Ann McCrary, with head and face injuries and a broken arm. McCrary died at the hospital this past Sunday. The man accused in her death, 38-year-old Casey MALONE, was arrested last month before the victim's death and is charged with first-degree domestic assault. Still ahead, Carl Junction Bulldogs become cheetahs for the day as they celebrate the Chiefs' second consecutive trip to the Super Bowl. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce might be the best duo in football. We're going to hear from the Chiefs quarterback about what makes his partner on the field so great off the field. This might seem like a regular old Tuesday for some people, but we are now just 5 days away from Super Bowl 55, which for Chiefs fans in Carl Junction means it's Tyreek Tuesday. The kids at CJ's school celebrated the day by wearing cheetah print in honor of speedy receiver Tyreek Hill, known as the Cheetah.
I'm so proud of them for getting into the Chiefs spirit and joining me and being crazy every single week for the Chiefs. Especially this week, they've been really showing their Chiefs spirit with the different themed days and dressing up.
The themed days continue all week for CJ schools. Tomorrow is back-to-back Wednesday. Tomorrow on the KOAM Morning News, we're celebrating Winning Wednesday. We want you to send in some pictures of your gear from last year's Super Bowl or show us how you celebrated that win. We're also going to hear from Larry Nemmers. He's a Springfield man who works as an NFL referee and has officiated in 3 Super Bowls. That and much more tomorrow morning on the KOAM Morning News. If you're not going to a Super Bowl party this year because of COVID, a Kansas City area teacher has an idea for you to have some fun getting ready for the big game. Alan Shope reports.
That looks awesome.
Maplewoods Elementary art teacher Josh House is a big Chiefs fan. He says it's a great week to get artistic.
This week is obviously one of my favorites.
He's not kidding. He's got all kinds of ideas Chiefs fans and their families can do at home, and it starts with shoes.
A pair of all-white sneakers. Yeah, that was really fun.
Josh taking household items,
leftover glass salsa jar, and a Kleenex box,
and making them into fun Chiefs activities in class this week.
This is my Andy Reid that turned out pretty cool. It's kind of fun to draw him. He's so simple.
He says pick up some construction paper, glue, and scissors
Don't tell my wife, but I took the rolls out of the center of the wrapping paper.
and make it into a mini Patrick Mahomes. Or make a couple of football guys. And with your cell phone, make your own game at home. Touchdown, Kansas City. Touchdown, Kansas City. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mr. House says it's really just about finding fun family activities to do this week and celebrating the Chiefs at the same time.
It's so fun to just take things around the house that you can find and turn it into a piece of art.
He adds digital creations can be fun as well.
KC really running up the score. Again, that was Alan Shope reporting. Doug Hetty is up next with his complete forecast, and later Patrick Mahomes weighs in on what he thinks makes Travis Kelce such a vital part of Chiefs Kingdom.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a decent day for us today. Temperature's really not that bad. Right around 50 degrees for an afternoon high, which, hey, we'll take. We had some sunshine out there and at least warmer than what we have seen over the past couple days. So all in all, pretty good news. You can see yesterday about 41, but we did go to about 50 or 51 for us today. It is cooling down, upper 30s in our northern counties, and then most of us into the mid 40s. Then we got lower 50s once you get down into our southern counties. But southerly winds are going to pick up tonight into tomorrow, and that's going to help us even warm up more as we go into Wednesday. Through the evening hours, we'll drop back through the 40s, 30s, eventually down to about 32 later on tonight. But we have clear skies. Not too much is going on here. In fact, most of the Central Plains, pretty much clear skies. We have a nice big ridge of high pressure, and that's going to sit on top of us tomorrow, and that's going to help our temperatures push 60 degrees during the afternoon. Here's our next storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest, and that system will start to affect us by Thursday and kind of get the ball rolling to change our weather up a bit over about the next week or so. For us tonight, we drop back near freezing, pretty much clear skies. Let's go into Wednesday. Look at our temps. It's going to be a little windy. We're going to have the south winds at about 10 to 20, but our temperature is really good, 52 by noon, high temp of 58 during the afternoon. Some clouds start to increase tomorrow night. Here comes a cold front. Look at our temperatures. We kind of hold into the low to mid 50s. A few random showers start to pop up late tomorrow night into Thursday morning. These are going to be very scattered, very light. Here's 10 a.m. We're still into the 50s. Then this cold front drops in. Could even see a little bit of snow mixing in, especially in Missouri, as we head into early Thursday afternoon. This would not be a big deal, or at least it doesn't look like a big deal at this point in time, but our temperatures by evening are going to drop back into the 30s, so it's going to be significantly cooler. So we will get this system out of the way. We have a second system dropping in on Saturday. It's not going to have a lot of moisture, but what is key about this is it's an Arctic front. So Arctic air is going to drop in, and with it, we could see some light snow showers. So this is on Saturday. Even on Sunday, we could have some flurries or even a few light snow showers. And then on Monday and Tuesday, we have these weak systems that are going to kick out, and that also could give us some light snow showers. So we do have chances for at least some wintry weather. It doesn't look like anything big right now, but something I want to watch as we go through about the next week or so, as our pattern will start to pick up just a bit. In fact, let's look down the road. Tomorrow, we're starting with tomorrow as a yellow day, so it's a warm day, but you can see it's cool the rest of the week. Super Bowl Sunday on the 7th, you can see cold, mainly cold all next week with those chances for a little bit of light snow. 58 tomorrow, 55 and dropping into the 30s on Thursday, some rain and snow showers. Cool on Friday. Could get a little bit of light snow late Saturday, high temp of 41. Also, we're going to be dropping during the day. Look at Super Bowl Sunday. It's going to be 28 degrees and flurries here, but not in Tampa. It's going to be in the upper 60s during the game. The only problem is there could be a few light showers, but it doesn't look like it will be heavy rain.
Notice you didn't even mention the groundhog's prediction for the day.
Nah, we don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. All right. Thanks, Doug. Hey, a new mother is making sure others in her situation have a very important item: diapers. Shelby Cannon, the owner of Pearls and Curls Boutique in Girard, Kansas, is hosting a diaper drive. Benefits the Crawford County Diaper Stock that works to provide diapers to area parents who could use some help.
If you're looking for a way to be able to give back, I think this is a great way to do that, but a lot of people just don't know about it, so this is a great way to bring awareness to the community.
You can contribute by dropping off diapers at Pearls and Curls on East Prairie tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Cannon's also raising cash for the diaper stock. She's collected $160 so far. Coming up in sports, a big opportunity for the Missouri Southern men against a top 5 team in the country. Plus, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce aims to finish off a historic season this Sunday. Jacob Leonard has details next.
We are now down to just 5 days to Super Bowl 55 in Tampa Bay. The Chiefs face the Buccaneers on Sunday night, aiming for their second straight Super Bowl title. Now, we've talked about the quarterbacks in this one. There's also 2 great tight ends in the game, in Rob Gronkowski and Travis Kelce. Kelce is no doubt the favorite target for Patrick Mahomes this season. He finished second in the NFL in receiving yards with 1,416, while also scoring 11 touchdowns. His QB says he's great on the field, but also not too bad off of it as well.
He's just the life of the party, but at the same time, I mean, it amazes me how he's able to interact with every single person, every kid, every fan, and have the same energy every single day. I mean, I can say he might have a bad practice, that you go watch him interact with the fans after practice, and I know he's really mad at himself for not practicing the right way, but he makes every single person feel like they're the most important person in the world.
The Missouri Southern Lions are on the floor tonight, hosting the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. And this matchup was supposed to happen in December, but it was postponed due to COVID issues at Northwest. Now, in the women's game, Lions aim for their 3rd straight win. That one is at halftime, with Northwest leading by 3, 27-24. Carly Turnbull leading the way right now with 7 points. After that one wraps up, big opportunity for the Southern men against the 3rd-ranked team in the country. We'll have highlights from both of these games tonight at 10. That's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran, Airman First Class Justin Leeper. The Carthage native served in the U.S. Air Force. And we are proud to salute Airman First Class Justin Leeper. He's tonight's 4th-state hero. Jordan Abbey joins us now with a look at what's coming up on our sister station, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Tonight at 9, we're going to hear about MSSU students studying the local water supply for microplastics. Plus, COVID-19 vaccine skepticism. A CDC report shows only about a third of nursing home staff members got their first shot when offered. Also, J-Lo fans have something to look forward to, some new gigs on Netflix. That and much more, of course, coming away tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Jordan, thanks. Now, most people will watch the Super Bowl this weekend to see the Chiefs take down those Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but a few people will watch to see the newest commercials, and those folks will be rewarded with a treat from Dolly Parton. The Nashville star is back working 9 to 5, or in this case, 5 to 9. Parton re-recorded her 41-year-old workplace anthem for an ad for Squarespace. The e-commerce platform's ad celebrates those working side jobs. 5 to 9. Check back with Doug Heddy for a final look at the weather.
Hey, Dow, it's not going to be as cold for us tonight. We'll drop back right around the freezing point. Pretty much clear skies. Partly sunny tomorrow, even warmer, 58. It is going to be a little bit on the windy side ahead of our next storm system, giving us a few rain showers Thursday morning, mixing with a few snow showers by Thursday afternoon.
Thanks, Doug, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Happening? Tell us